them lollipops, and those are what he's bowling at the moment. They are all lollipops. They are being hit all over.
Well, still square leg is in, Kennedy, so he better not bowl that ball again. Short fine, square leg near the umpire. If you drift down leg, that's going to go for many. Outside off. Very well struck, but your man is there.
Oh, good.
Sukhdeep, and shows a good arm.
Oh, brilliant. Well done, Gwiki. Well done, Sukhdeep. A very disappointing over. And the score is 146 for 4 after 17. Where did they go from here? Did they go stick with Nelson with the spin, with a change of pace? Elijah has been very disappointing with his slower balls.
Well, they do have Collins Abuya as a spin option if they want to exercise that. He didn't have a very good over, though, when he bowled earlier. And, of course, as you've been mentioning, Rakib. But at this stage, if you introduce a slow bowler with the pitch not doing too much and the ball coming in, as Rakib does to right-handers, I wonder if they'll take heavy toll, the Nepal batsmen, because they have nothing to lose now. They have 6 wickets in the bag, 3 overs left. They might hurt the off-spinner.
It's going to depend how you land, where you are landing it. That's very, very, very important.
Late cut, well done. Raj this time dives to his left. Luckily for him, it was on the bounce, so he could field it easier.
A lot of change of pace. Nearly every ball don't be predictable. Got to push a few. That's a good ball. What a start. His ball is single. One single will not hurt you. So if you can mix them up and force them not to squeeze in a boundary on business. But if you're a Nepali, you're looking for boundaries.
Goes big, doesn't quite connect. Again, Sukhdeep is going to be in business. And he limits it to only one with that magnificent keeper's throw.
Excellent. Can't ask for anything more than that, Sharu. It's got 1 and 1. So he's bought 2 singles. That's what you need. Just don't lick a boundary at the moment.
Well, I have to say that he's not been able to connect too well for the moment, Adil. But now we got Rohit Paudel, who's on 27 and looking good. Some very handsome shots so far. Goes big into the gap, and that will be 4. Between long on and deep mid wicket, he targeted that area and hit it to perfection, precision.
And that's a good shot. He balled it outside off stump, but he forced it on that area. And that's what I'm saying. It's too predictable at the moment. They're bowling too many slow balls. You got to push a few. Otherwise, it becomes much easier. The bowler knows what is happening. The batsman knows what is happening. And he can pound on you very quickly. Rohit has been very consistent on this series.
Nelson Odhiambo, 4th ball, gone for 6 already. And the scoop will fetch him another boundary. Very adventurous shot. It was a slower one, but he waited and he waited. And ultimately, the scoop proved to be productive.
He's toiling with Nelson. Extra cover. Good shot. Which sort of took it to mid-wicket. Good shot. And Dilshan scoop came in and got a boundary. This got good batting.
Well, 10 runs off the over. The high score in the first innings in the tournament so far in this T20 was 156. Nepal chased that to get 157. That was a couple of days ago. And here we are equaling that high score with 2 overs. That's 12 and 2 more. 14 deliveries left. I suggest they would look for a minimum of 20, perhaps 25. That'll take them to 176, 180 even, Kennedy. Very much on the horizon with 6 wickets in the bag. You've got to even look for more.
Some word of wisdom from Collins come all day from the boundary. Are they trying to slow the game down, make the batsmen wait more? Sometimes it helps. Let him be. His idol drops a little bit. I've gone. I've seen the 3rd man. Is it the 3rd man just coming?
Yeah, and Sukhdeep's come into square near the umpire. So what are they going to do? Bowl a little short outside off?
And they push the fan back. So I don't know what he's going to try. Or push the ball more.
Short outside off. Go for the big slash. Get caught a 3rd man. There, but he's up to it. Bordell says, I'm still going to go where I want to go. And fetches it from outside off to the gap on the leg side for 2.
And that's the feel that Collins maybe has been telling him to bowl. If you bowl on that area outside off stump, you force him to fetch it from there and take it to the leg side, then you're doing a good job. It's once in a while, but if you bowl a bouncer or bowl a short ball, you're in trouble.
Well, the backward point is inside the circle. There's the third man and a cover sweeper. Now, if you hit the ball uppish, there's a gap there. Oh, that's a wide.
It's a good one.
That plan is so telegraphed. I mean, everybody can see what he needs to bowl with this kind of a field. And surely, Rohit Kumar Paudel, who's batting on 37, is smart enough to outguess the bowler.
It's going to be an interesting one. This one, I thought that was too harsh. It was not that much of a wide ball. But the middleman is in charge. Nelson was not happy at all. If you bowl into that field, it makes more sense.
Last ball of the 18th over. Oh, yes, well done.
Good thinking.
They may still take two, though. No, there's a slip, and he still decides to take two. The throw comes in. And the keeper's then not quick enough. They steal the second. Very good over for Nepal once again. 161 for 4. 2 overs to go.
They get 20, 70, 80, 180s on card. They could get more than that.
That's going to take some getting by Kenya. They do have a decent set of batsmen, but you're required to go hard straight from the top. And there's always a bit of risk in the power play. You might get even 45, 50, but if you lose 2 or 3 wickets, it could get really tough. The consistency of getting 9, 10 and over all the way through gets really tough on the batsman to come later.
But their betting is quite deep. They can afford to go hard. If they bet hard and try and attack the seamers, because they haven't done that. Rakib has done very well with the spin bowling. He's attacked them well. He only needs a little bit of support. You've seen a little bit of Budia, and we've seen a little bit of with a good finish from Lucas. So if they can bowl it, if they can put pressure on them, it will be very, very, very interesting. That's it. Water coming in. It's been quite hot. Change of gloves. Gets a drink.
Change of gloves, some new instructions. Not that the batsmen inside don't know. They only have 12 deliveries left, so the normal instruction would be, hey, listen, throw caution to wind. Go big. Try and get that 180, 185 and throw down the gauntlet.
Lucas has gone. His third man in.
Adil hasn't done too much. 3 only. He's been there for a while. Time for him to cut loose. Now or never. He's a big boy, like I said, very strongly muscled, Adil. And he goes big, but he doesn't quite connect. That was a good delivery, very full.
It's good on order start. That's the area to bowl. Let him go. Let him try and fetch it underneath. Good Yorkers. He's a big boy. He can bowl those good Yorkers. A short ball, you're asking for trouble. The field is not placed for it at all.
Especially behind square on the leg side. Square legs in at the umpire. The fine legs in. Raj Patel. Will he be adventurous? Rohit Kumar Paudel batting on 39. Does he move outside off and play it to leg? Oh, well, that's very wide. I think Lucas also suggesting that, listen, you're not going to play me on the leg side. No way, no sir.
That's a good thing. I don't mind him doing that. Ball it a little bit wider if he's moving. Force him to hit on your areas. And because he's a left armer, so he's still bowling it across. So it's very good. It will work nicely.
Where are the boundary riders? On the leg side, just a deep mid-wicket and a long on. Nothing behind square. On the offside, 3 boundary riders. Long off, cover sweeper, third man. And he does go down leg.
Attack him in now. They run the first one fast. Can they get the second one? Yes, they do. Oh!
Ouch, that hurt Lucas. The ball was not in his hand, but of course they'd run very, very quickly. Now that I like. That kind of commitment. I know it's coming late in the innings and you feel, okay, if I lose my wicket, I'll still be okay. But you see that. The commitment was there and they made the 2 so quickly and it didn't go too far from the long on fielder.
That's good running. Good running in between. The intensity is very good. They're running fast. They're taking the first one fast. And it's good. The 9th striker is the one who is coming back. So he's not the one who's not hitting the ball. So it's much easier for him to tap, take off when the bowler is bowling, and then be ready to come back as quick as he can.
Maybe they took only 1, I don't know. Rohit Paudel. Tries to go big. Oh, yes, he's found the gap. That's brilliant. Even though it wasn't a bad ball at all, very full, slightly outside off, but he squeezes it into that narrow gap between extra cover inside the 30-yard circle and the long off on the boundary. Handsome shot. Pleasing cover drive.
Good shot. Field placing is totally wrong if it goes to your right, which means that your field placing is wrong. It should go to your left. If it beats you on your left, then there's nothing wrong with it. On your right, you're the one who's supposed to cover that area.
I agree with you, but it was just hit too well. Screamed to the boundary. Again, very full. I've got to say, Lucas is bowling really well. Will they take the second? Not this time. And a good decision.
Good throw. They're putting pressure on the fielders completely.
But Lucas, I have to admit, has bowled consistently, very full, not allowing the batsman to get underneath. There was that wonderful screaming extra cover drive, but apart from that, just singles. He's done very well for Kenya.
Very good bowling. And it's a shame. Start from 30. If nobody's doing to look for singles at the moment, it's still like 40. Good ball!
The stumps cartwheel behind. And Adil tried to go big, missed. Lucas didn't. We've said that he's been bowling well. He gets his reward.
And that's what he needed. That's what we've been talking about. Is ball on that area. Be consistent on that area. Even if they hit you, but you're on that area, consistent on that area, it doesn't matter. And outstanding and good bowling from Lucas. Clean balled him. The score, 170 for 5.
Well, just 7 deliveries left. And we see the unmistakable gait of the Nepal captain. Or is this someone else? We'll see. No, it isn't. Okay, it's Vivek Kumar Yadav. There's that wicket. Right on target. Lucas doing really well. Good line. Great length. Adil trying to go big. Head up in the air.
That's a good one. 170. It's going to be a good if Kenya chase this one. It's going to be quite exciting. When Nepal keep attack with the spinners, can Kenya go hard in the beginning? But at the moment, it's on Nepalis. They've been all over Kenyans.
Vivek Yadav was the one who, I think, bowled their first over in the first match, and he was all over the place. Unfortunately, was then dropped and has made it back into the team only for this, the 5th and final, most important T20 with the 2 teams locked 2-all. So we'll see what he can do with the ball later. Here he is with the bat. Oh, he goes over. Didn't quite catch that at all. Will they take the 2? They do decide to take the second. And the dive comes in. They may have to go upstairs for that. Yadav putting a price on his wicket. Does put in the dive, but I suspect the throw was so good. It was a keeper's arm from Sudeep.
The keeper's arm. If he makes it through, it's going to be a good one. There you go. Where is he? Oh, it's a tight one for us. We're really going to see what is going to happen. There we go. No, it's going to be a tough one.
Look at the dive, though. Brilliant.
That's the commitment you want to see. That's the commitment. Oh, I don't want to be the umpire on this one. I don't want to be the umpire on this one.
Well, it looks like the bat's inside the line. I don't see the bails flying, but we can't because the keeper's covering it from this angle. Irfan Kareem. Yeah, but look, that dive was at express speed. I mean, that was like a... He wasn't diving, he was flying through the air.
That's what I say, huge commitment.
I have to admit that just for that dive, Vivek Kumar Yadav deserves to stay in. Okay, let me see if we can get another angle or not. Otherwise, do we give the advantage to the batsman?
100% advantage to the batsman. They only have one chance, but you can't tell from that angle.
Well, he's busy trying to get the dust off his shirt. Was a fabulous...
I can't tell completely. But from there, it's quite tough one because you only see when the stumps go down. So I think if you look at it, depends which team you're supporting. Because if you look from there, it looks like Irfan Kareem has got him out, but we can't really see because the bears normally go out first, then the stumps will follow. So from my angle there, it's a tight one. There you go. There, I'm talking about there. Back again. It's a tough one.
Tight. But I'm still very impressed with that flying trapeze act. Vivek Kumar Yadav, wonderful to see. that commitment. And he gets the green light. Good for Yadav, good for Nepal. But it was an excellent piece of fielding.
Good
right
piece
on
of
top of the stumps as well.
Good, it's a tight one for the umpire to get. If there's no other camera on this at the side, so it makes it more difficult.
That was a keeper to keeper. Sukhdeep knew exactly what the keeper needed. Right on top of the stumps.
Not to mention the running in between. It's very good. They run fast. Sprint.
Last over, Kennedy. Here we go. 172. 185. Very much on the cards. That's only 13. In the final over, 13 is not very much.
Oh dear. He's not bowled well at all.
Yeah.
For him to be, for him and the captain to be gutsy enough to give him the ball. It's going to be interesting. He has gone for more than 15, 16 every over.
I wouldn't want to be Nehemiah Odiambo right now. Because the batsmen are going to go hard. Rohit Paudel batting on 46. I don't think he's going to care about his 50. He's going to go big every ball. And in that process, if he gets his 50, that'll be another sweet 50 for Nepal. They already have one in Gyanendra Malla.
Yeah, totally. They batted well. The confidence of Nehemiah will really matter on this over. So he's good batting from Rohit. He's batted well. I can't see from there unless he goes back one frame. Yes, that's good. You could see it there.
Well, it's a little late now, isn't it? Rohit Paudel, square drives. Well fielded. Do they want the two? No, they can still take it. Yeah, well, Rohit's so upset with himself. Not that you know that the throw is going to be wide, but it was, and they could have taken the second. Too late now.
Oh, dear.
Vivek Kumar Yadav there, very fortunate to still be there, but of course it could have been some other bat. So, unless he gets 20 runs this over, no real damage done with a run not being given.
Start with the single, good bowling. Gets underneath, is he going to be there? The fielder is underneath. Easy catch, well taken. Good ball from Nehemiah, good comeback after the first over. Bowled it right on the Yorker, and he couldn't get it over it. And very good catch from Budia.
Well, Yadav will be disappointed. Oh, is that Paudel? No, it's Yadav. Will be disappointed because a low full toss, ordinarily you'd put it away somewhere in some part of the park there. I think the bat turned just a bit in his hand. More high than long, and a rather easy catch for Budia. Got nicely underneath it. So Nepal do lose their 6th wicket. It brings big Karan Casey in, but it will be Paudel who has the strike, batting on 47. And if Karan does get an opportunity, let me assure you, hits the ball big. Hasn't really done much with the bat in this series. Has done very well with the ball. Here we go. 4 balls left. Outside off, and he'll get away with it. Paudel trying to hit it too hard. Lost his shape, lost his balance, lost the opportunity for a boundary.
That's what I'm talking about. They're saying every ball at the moment, if you get a dot ball, if you get a single is as good as a dot ball. He's bowled well so far. He's bowled a dot, or he's bowled 1 run, he's got a wicket, and he's got a dot. And keep it in mind, a wicket is always a dot. So it piles the pressure.
3 balls left for Nehemiah. Oh, up in the air. It was a slow one. Clever ball. Easy catch at square leg. Should be taken, and it is. Sukhdeep gets nicely underneath. Rohit Kumar Paudel will not today get his 50. Still a fine 47 for his team. We can't hold that against him. Can't be too critical. He had to go big. It was a very clever, slow delivery by Nehemiah.
There you go. He tries to go, and that's what Nehemiah has bowled well. He's bowled a little bit away from him, but it's a slow one. And good hands from Sukhdeep. Very, very, very good hands. Waiting for the ball nicely, and Nehemiah was bowled very well on this last over.
Well, I was talking
so
about
far.
185. Look at, we're 173, only 1 run off this final over, 2 wickets. It's been fabulous. I think Nehemiah Odiambo is going to remember this over for a long time, even though Nepal still have a very handsome 173, which will take a bit of getting.
170 is always a good score. It's always good to have score on the board. Then it's a opposition to take care of it. And now you throw the pressure to the bowling team. There we go, Nehemiah. 2 more balls.
Sompal Kami, the new man, and he's at the non-strikers. Karan has the opportunity to hit it big. Oh, it's again very full, very well bowled. Brilliant final over so far by Nehemiah Odiambo.
That's good bowling. Totally good bowling. He's bowled it on the area that would love to bowl. It's forced them to try and go to mid-wicket.
I wonder if Karan's going to give him the charge this final over, just to be able to get a low full toss or something, because we know this is going to be full.
He's got to try something.
Yeah.